Right, I'm going to show you the video here from when I was attacked by the police in Africa. So I was in Africa for 9 days, 8 to 9 days, and I was sent to Spain. I'm going to show you the video now. Look, so you can see it. So as you see, there's only one injury there. There's one mark, and it's above my ear. Look at that. There's no other marks. So do you know when the media tell you that I had multiple injuries, I was attacked by multiple people? Obviously, that's not true, because there's only one mark, which is there. I've got this now because what the hospital had to do in Africa, it was police that attacked me. I was taken to hospital in Africa, and what they had to do was cut my skin open here to pull this down to get to this here, because they've had to cut away some of my skin here. So there's like, this is why it's still swollen here, because it's still and it didn't happen in Spain. So that's why I laugh when you say, oh, it might have been because Sam Walker done a video about 2 people that lost their lives. No, it wasn't anything to do with that. It was the fact that I'd seen a load of fucking police and walking through Spain, and of course I'm gonna fucking video as soon as I see corrupt police. And sadly, 2 people lost their lives in the same way that I didn't know them, in the same way I don't know the people that done it. But the bottom line is, I've done a video saying everyone needs to stay on point. That's a fact. Even I had to stay on point in Africa because fucking I got targeted by fucking police when the police tried to have me. So that's just a little message to you. Don't listen to what the media say. These little weirdos that talk about fucking media saying it happened in Spain because I was in Spain. Yes, I went to Spain because Spain is known as the best place to get treatment, head treatment. It's known as the best place in the world to get treatment for your head. So I went from Africa to Spain, and that's what happened, guys. Have a nice day.
Hit him in the face. Ah, now he's being moved on now. Look, the other security's come and got him from the Irish house. Ah, the big fella's got moved on. Ah, look, he's laughing his head off. Saved by the bell bouncer. Yeah, the other one saved him. He got off laughing his head off, look. He's got off laughing his head off. He's a big fella, him, you know. Him just there, just chilling on his blueing. The other bouncer had to save him. Funny that. He's got off just down the street, and he was our man as well. He was having off the little bouncer, was he? Look where he's gone, look. He's gone to talk to the other bouncers next door. Lad, he's just saved your life. That other bouncer saved your life, lad. Don't be acting like, oh, look at him acting hard now. Did you see that? Look, my phone fell. Look, he's just saying, oh, I've just turned this stick at him. Stop lying, lad. You shit yourself. Oh, everyone just seen him shitted. Look, he's lying. He's lying. He's lying. He was shaking. Oh my God. He was shaking before. Look at him. He knows he's on his live. Look. Let's get him on. Let's get him on. Lads, he had you shook then.
Oh, you're messing around, yeah?
Lad's got to be careful, innit? One off, lads. Lad, the big fella saved your life then.
No.
The big fella come over and proper saved you. Oh, he's a proper muppet. Oh, lad. He knows, look, he's on me live as well. He's gutted. Look, he's telling them how hard and that he was. He's lying.
Person's name. I feel like saying the person's name. I'm not going to. Person. I went for food with her. She's reasonably well known, right? And in San Carlo in Liverpool. And then I'm sat there. I ordered our food, and this family have walked in, a man, woman, and 2 kids. They were just dressed normal, just like they'd been out for the day to the park or something like that, as anyone would. And this girl who I was with turned around and went, "Oh my God, look at the way they're dressed." So I've looked and went, "Who?" She went, "That family over there." She went, "You'd think they'd come dressed more appropriately to come into a place like this." I went, "Hang on, what do you mean a place like this?" I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Just a family that's been out for the day." She went, "Well, you know, it's San Carlo." I went, "You're going on like San Carlo's a Michelin star restaurants, a fucking shitty San Carlo's that have come here in a fucking trackie." I said, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" I was fuming, right? I said, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" I said, "Your head is stuck so far up your fucking ass." I said, No, I didn't mean it like that. So I said, "No, exactly how you meant it. You've just been looking down on that fucking family who were just out for the day." I was fuming. And I turned around, she went, no, she tried to defuse the situation because she knew she'd just, a little slimy part had just come out where she thought she was up her own arse. I turned around and said to the waiter, can I get a bottle of Cristal champagne? £250 a bottle it is, right? The food hadn't even come. We were waiting for our food, so he come with a bottle of Cristal. I poured her a drink, yeah. I never had a drink myself. I poured her a drink. I went, 1 second, I was going to the toilet. And I just got off and left her, right, at the table. And fucking literally left her at the table and went home. And if she rang me about 20 minutes later, went, where are you? I went, I've got off. And she's gone, what do you mean you've got off? I said, I'm not sitting there with you. And she went, the first thing she said was, there's a bill here that needs paying, like that, right? I said, a bill that needs paying? I said, you drank it, love, not me. I'll then pay yourself. See you later. Buttoned here. Next time I went into San Carlo, because it was just up the road from mine when I was living in Liverpool in the city centre. It's at the top of my road. I went into San Carlo. The waiter said to me, "You're right, Sam. I was going to say it. Blah blah. Said to give you this bill. She hasn't paid it." I said, "What do you mean she never paid it?" He went, "She didn't pay the bill. She just she said you was going to pay it and walked out." I said, "Go on, Sam." Yeah, so I paid the bill. Yeah, I was just laughing with my mates. Said, "Fancy that? This person's meant to be like a Z-lister, yeah." And fucking, she just walked out like that, right, and didn't pay the bill. Even though on social media, you think she's absolutely Keiko. But anyway, what happens? About 2 weeks later, seen her in a nightclub, and she's come up to me and went, "How dare you treat me like this?" So what do you mean? So no one has ever treated me like this in my life, or ever walked out on a meal with me. She went saying, "Who do you think you are?" I said, "Hang on, love." I said, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" I said, "Coming up to me on my fucking table." I said, "Go away, or I will get you escorted out this club." She went, "You won't." So I called the doorman over and do us a favour, mate. Get rid of her. And he went, "Oh, lad, fucking hell, Sam, you put me in a bit of a position here, fucking," because she's really well known. I went, "Lad," I said, "she's making a show." So anyway, the doorman said to her, "Look, you're going to have to leave." And she was fucking raging. She got escorted out of the club, right? And literally just got fucked off out the club. But it's a classic example. I've got no time for people that are up their own fucking arse who think they're better than people, because who the fuck are we to judge anyone on what they've got or who they are? Like it doesn't matter how someone's dressed to me. When I meet someone, I don't look at what they're wearing. I don't give a shit if you're wearing a fucking Primark or Gucci. It makes no fucking difference. I look at someone and how they treat me, and that is, I don't look, oh yeah, what are they wearing? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I just hate people who are up their own fucking ass, and she certainly was.